Kevin Garnett will go down as one of the biggest trash talkers ever in NBA history. But in this video, I'll go more in depth about just the crazy things he's done in his career and exactly will he be the last NBA trash talker who was a superstar.
The truth.
What is going on, guys? King of Standard here, and today I'm going to be talking about Kevin Garnett. Raw numbers are often misleading without context, but Garnett was retiring as the Minnesota Timberwolves' all-time leader in points, rebounds, blocks, and assists. He led them in other categories as well, but to lead a franchise in all 5 of the major box score stats speaks more than just being a complete player. A complete player checks all the boxes. Garnett blocked them all out, and blocked out the entire sheet, then ripped it up and ate it. Kobe and Jordan are ruthless. LeBron and Duncan are calculating. Shaq is a lovable goofball. Garnett is rusty tire iron heated in a furnace until it's white hot. In an era where players like LeBron, Durant, and Curry seem more focused on letting their players do the talking, where social media brands everything awareness, where the role of an antagonist falls more in the role of players like Matt Barnes, it's conceivable that Garnett will be the last superstar trash talker. And he went hard. If you're stepping on, he told ESPN's Paxter Holmes in 2014, then you're the one being stepped on. The younger generation, I think they look a lot more the approval of their peers and satisfaction of the comments that people make about them. But when it comes down to the game, you don't need anybody's approval. He was, in short, a jerk. But he was, especially to the fans in Minnesota and Boston, well, they're a jerk. It'll be said to dismiss Garnett's comments, the older generation carping on what's wrong with the youth of today. But if you look very much closer, you'll say he isn't just about the comments, and he isn't saying that he was tougher. He's just playing the game that demands the utmost of those who get to play it. You always have to thrive to be tougher, and, well, to be your edge. And it wasn't just about showing how hard he was to get out of personal vanity, but it was the good collective at which he belonged. I'm not saying that you gotta hate the guy, he continued to Holmes, but if you do, I understand when you're between the lines. And hate isn't a very strong word, so I would use the word dislike. I get it. To me, that's alpha. That's leadership. On the court, that leadership was evidenced time and again throughout his career. In Minnesota, he was loyal to the organization, likely to a fault, throwing at the team and entire fan base on his back over and over again. Although at the time, there were plenty of blame thrown at Garnett for the Timberwolves' inability to break through the first round year after year until they finally made out the Western Conference Finals in 2004. Hindsight shows the responsibilities that futility lies further with an organization that didn't understand how to build a proper team around him. Much of that perspective came courtesy of Garnett's immediate impact on the Celtics franchise when he arrived in 2007. He might have been the last piece to fall in place of the Big Three, but he was the most, Boston's eventual championship knitting team together. He was the fitting piece, his defensive fourth under the banner of the team. The velocities, one and all, egos, got a lot of the attention during the wake of the Celtics 2008 championship. A feel-good story about coming together for a greater goal, but there was a lot of sacrifice involved. A lot of Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen making room for each other. There's an amazing amount of hurt that goes into that, said Coach Doc Rivers. The only way that you're going to win is that you got to open yourself up to get hurt. You've got to open yourself up and go for it. Opening himself was one of the Garnett's greatest and most underrated skills, falling far behind his defensive powerness on his gritty on-court intensity. It was on public display more than strikingly in a 2005 interview with the John Thompson during the swoon that followed the Wolves' defeat in the hands of Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. But his greatest act of opening up from being the leader who shapes a team might be in private. There's a little doubt that on the court, his return in Minnesota toward the end of 2015 season was less than a success. After coming back to the Wolves from the Brooklyn Nets in return for Thaddeus Young, who is himself acquired for the first round, he played just 5 games that season, and then just 38 the next, averaging under 15 minutes a night. It seemed his return was likely a prelude to a different role with the organization under the wing of the coach and the president of basketball operations, Flip Saunders. With Saunders passing, Garnett's role with the organization post-retirement is in limbo, but his impact on the team has been unmistakable. Following the announcement of Garnett's unofficial retirement last Friday, the Wolves' new franchise big man, Karl-Anthony Towns, tweeted a simple message. a double ellipsis, 6 dots. He changed the profile picture to a shot of him and Garnett. Then a few hours later, he posted a thoughtful note to Instagram. "Thank you for everything, my brother. I know what I must do. I'll take it from here." Could Garnett come off as a bully? Yes. Did he seem to often pick on the most unworthy opponents? Sometimes. But his legacy ultimately will be a mixed bag of triumphs and disappointments, of heartwarming and cringe-worthy moments, of things we want to remember, and the things we wish we could forget. Thank you guys so much. That's going to wrap up the video. If you did enjoy, please do hit that subscribe button and like this video. I got this article from Rolling Stone, so please do check out the original article, which I will link down in the description. Thank you so much, and that will wrap up the video.